Alright, hey guys. Today, I just posted a video, on just basically what I'm reading now. Um, so now I am, just gonna, I kind of want to make videos right now, but I don't have much to make them about. So I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit about me, if you guys really care. If you guys don't, just take a look at my channel, right here. Yeah. Um, but if you do care a little bit, about what I like and stuff, just keep listening. First, I'll go through just basically like hobbies and stuff, then movies, then some actors that I find exceedingly they exceed a lot of other actors in talent. Um, Basically, my favorite actors, um, and then my favorite TV shows. So basically, I like to read a lot. If you guys can't already tell from my channel and my videos, they mainly focus on books. Also, I like to watch movies. I'm not a huge television guy. I watch maybe two shows, and one more consistently than the other. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm just not a huge TV guy. I like movies a lot, but even then, I'm really picky with my movies. It has to be, a good drama, like not a romance, all that. I'm not a huge fan of romance. But I like drama, like serious movies that aren't really romantic in a lot of ways. Um, Let me think. I like a lot of comedies, but they have to be funny. I don't really like those really machismo um, types of movies. Uh, I'm really picky when it comes to comedies, except for Dumb and Dumber. I love that movie. I think that's one of the funniest movies in the world. But that's one of my favorite movies. I didn't actually have it written in my list because I've got a list written here of just like basic stuff. Um, but like I'm just really picky with my movies. I'm super picky with TV. I don't even watch TV that much. I've got 60 channels in my room, and I watch two, and one only comes on a couple months every year. So um, let me think. All right, so now I'm just gonna. Oh, and also I like to solve Rubik's cubes and stuff as a hobby. It's kind of a secondary hobby though. I'm not huge on that too much anymore, but I go through my phases where I play with them a lot and stuff. Um, so basically, my all-time favorite movie would probably have to be The Thing, in 1982. Just posted a review of the book I read, that it was based on. John Carpenter movie, really awesome movie. Good special effects. Obviously, it's John Carpenter. Good music. It's just a timeless movie. You could watch it now and you'd still believe it's happening right then and there. Not back in the 80s or the 40s when the book was written. So, um, also, another one of my favorite movies. I don't know if you'd count it as horror um, or I don't know what else you'd call it though. The Lost Boys, 1988, 89, I think. I'm not gonna put my money on that. Um, but Lost Boys, that's probably my second or third all-time favorite movie. Um, just a good movie. It's got some laughs. Got some romance, a little bit. Not like shove it down your throat romance, like hey, we're in love. They're constantly telling you that. No, it's not like that. Um, so yeah, it's just a good movie. Got a lot of different types of genre in there. So that's why it's so hard to call it just a horror movie or just a drama or whatever. Um, Let me think. The Crow. That movie back in the 1980s. Brandon Lee was in there. Brandon Lee, by the way, Bruce Lee's son. They both died really weird deaths. Freak accident types of stuff. Um, Brandon Lee died while he was on the set for this movie, actually. And like one of the guns on the set misfired or something like that, and he died. And then his father, Bruce Lee, well, you guys know him, the karate guy in all those movies and stuff. I think he played Kato or something like that, in the Green Hornet, I think. I'm not too sure on all that. Um, but The Crow, that's a good movie. I think I'd classify it as a cult classic because it's got a huge following. Um, but it's just a good movie. Good music too. I love the soundtracks. Probably that and Lost Boys have the best two soundtracks of any movie I've ever seen. And then a more recent movie, like last year, 127 Hours with James Franco in it. Um, James Franco, for one, he's an awesome actor. He pulled the whole, like, in pretty much every movie he's in, he pulls it through. I just saw Rise of the Planet of the Apes, couple, like, last week. Um, I loved that movie. I thought it was really good. And James Franco, he's one of my favorite actors. Um, so yeah, I just think he's a really good actor. He does good in a lot of the different roles he's in. And in Pineapple Express and all those weird movies that he's in, you gotta have some downtime. You gotta goof off a little bit sometimes. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. To all the people who read The Shining, it's just how it works. Um, Even Tom Hanks, who I'm gonna talk about when I get to my favorite actors, because he is one of my favorite actors. Even he's got to goof off in some of his roles and stuff. Like in Saturday Night Live, I'm not huge on that TV show anymore, but I used to be really, really constant with watching it, but just got stupid, I think. Um, but Tom Hanks, he just goofed around a lot in Saturday Night Live when he got on there. You know. Uh, but yeah, Tom Hanks, awesome actor. But I'm still on my movies, so here we go. Speaking of Tom Hanks, Castaway, I thought that was an awesome movie, and it goes through the different emotions a person could feel, the different needs that a person's gonna have, like physically, mentally, socially, all that stuff. I thought it was a very interesting movie, and it was sad, definitely very sad actually. But I thought it was really good. And Tom Hanks is a good actor. He can make a movie with only pretty much one person in there, or maybe three people who are in there, a little bit more after that. But man, he pulled that movie through a lot. Because if anybody else had been playing his role, I don't think that movie would have been that good. So I don't know. There's better actors out there than Tom Hanks, but I think he's a really good actor. But Castaway, that's a good movie. I'll take it back a little bit and talk about some of the other 1980s movies I liked a lot. Um, Breakfast Club. If you guys don't know who John Hughes is, he just passed away a couple years ago, I think. So he made Home Alone. I think all of those movies, maybe. I don't know. Um, he made Home Alone. He made Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink. Basically, all those 1980s, except for Home Alone, that was a little bit later. But he made all those 1980s movies, like those really uplifting kind of ones. Breakfast Club, that movie's amazing, and that's just a masterpiece. Um, and I just love that movie. Pretty in Pink, I just watched one. What was it? 16 Candles. Yeah, I just watched that a couple months ago, I think. I liked that movie. I just like basically all those John Hughes movies. They're just really good, and John Hughes is really cool movie maker. So yeah. Also, along the lines of the 80s movies, Back to the Future. That movie it used to be my all-time favorite movie of all time, let alone movie trilogy series or whatever you like to call it. Um, but it's not my favorite, but I love those movies a lot. They're probably in my top 5, top 10 maybe. Um, yeah, I just love the Back to the Future movies. Michael J. Fox, pretty awesome dude. I think he's struggling with Park. Yeah, yeah. Well, I know. Yeah, he's struggling a lot in the last decade or so. I think with Parkinson's. Really sucks, because he can't really act. I think it's hard for people with Parkinson's to even function. Um, yeah, it's just really sad. He's a really good actor too. Well, good comedy actor, I guess you could say. Um, he was in a lot of movies like Greedy, Frighteners, I think. Back to the Future, obviously. I think he's on some TV shows too. I actually think he's still consistent with some TV shows. But anyway, um, jeez, I'm approaching 10 minutes now. Um, uh, And then now I'm gonna name the two Stephen King adaptations that I think are worth watching. Besides The Shining, The Shining was okay. I don't think it's as good as the book though. But if any of you guys have ever read Cycle of the Werewolf, I read that about 2 years ago, Christmas. Um, and I don't have a copy of my own. My grandma has the copy, and I just read it at her house when I went over there. Um, Only took me a couple hours to finish it. But it's a really short book, really good book actually. Unique way of Stephen King telling how the werewolf goes through its cycle and stuff like that. Um, but Silver Bullet has Gary Busey, Corey Feldman, wow, Corey Haim, the one that died just like recently, sometime last year, I think, actually. He was in a lot of movies, including Lost Boys, um, but I think he overdosed. Um, and yeah, that's Silver Bullet, really good movie about a paraplegic kid who ends up like finding out that the local priest is a werewolf and has been killing people in the town um, for a while. So it's a pretty interesting movie, pretty interesting premise at least. Good movie, good delivery. I liked all the actors in it. I think the girl in it was. I think the younger girl was uh, Anna Green Gables. I think. My sister was telling me that. And then another movie adaptation of Stephen King's book, Christine. I really liked the movie. I thought it was a very unique movie. It used to be one of my favorite movies actually ever. Um, I mean, obviously the book's better than the movie, but the movie has to stay more 2D than the book. The book's more like 3D, or like 3 or 4D. You know, it's just the book has way more opportunities to go into deeper thoughts, deeper whatever, deeper motivations, and the movie has to show that through actors. And the actors in this movie succeeded in getting close to the book, which I found very good. And then I'll just name a couple of my favorite actors now. Um, Tom Hanks, obviously I already said that. Robert De Niro, I think he's a good actor, and a lot of the movies he's in are pretty decent, if not good. Um, Leonardo DiCaprio, he's a good actor. You know, he's been in a lot of huge movies actually. You know, Departed, Titanic. I'm not a huge fan of Titanic, but a lot of people are. He was in Inception just recently. He's been in a lot of movies. I think Blood Diamond. I haven't seen that movie, but I heard about it. But yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is a good actor. Along with him, kind of Matt Damon, um, Brad Pitt. Those three actors kind of come to mind when you think of huge actors and all that stuff. Usually the movies that they're in are usually pretty good, and they're pretty decent actors, if not good actors. Let's see. Last two I've got here are Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, I don't know if he's necessarily a good actor, but I think what makes him a good addition to the actor world, kind of, or to Hollywood or whatever, is that he can play a comedy role. He can go from a downright cheesy comedy role, like in Dumb and Dumber, and then, you know, 10, 15 years later go to a really serious and weird role in what was that movie? 23 or something like that. I didn't see that movie, but you know, he had to play a really serious guy and stuff. And Truman Show, a lot of movies he's been in, he's just had to play a different person, and he succeeds in getting the point across and getting you know, being that person. So I'm approaching the limit here in about 30 seconds. So that's about it, guys. That's all I got for you guys. Sorry this video is so long. I'll be getting a review of Ghost Story by Peter Straub out to you guys. And just keep posting on my videos. Stay subscribed. I will definitely be getting videos out to you guys. And I appreciate all your likes, all that stuff. So rate, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys.